important this day is. It's extremely important. This is the day that we take our embryos out and we mix them with philander sperm. So it's almost like baby making day, but in a scientific way. So we are asking for blessings, and we're so thankful. I had a rough night last night, but God pulled me on through. Anybody that's going through this journey, I'm telling you, I am a very strong individual, but just keep praying. Know that it's gonna be all right. I got my lucky socks on today for surgery. um they said I'm not gonna be put to sleep for 30 minutes, but anytime you're put to sleep, anytime surgery is always a risk, but we are putting this totally in God's hand. We are hoping for, it's 28. If we can get 28, that's perfect, but if we can get 14, that would be awesome. So I'll let you know later on today how many they got, and then in the morning we'll know how many actually fertilized with his sperm. So thank you guys for watching our vlog. I just hope that the outcome is exactly what God's will is, and we are excited. I am super excited. Philander's just little, he laid back. His personality is different. He's super laid back, but thank you guys for just continuing to praying. And we're going through a tunnel, and we're pulling up. We can't be late. That's the thing. Like Retrieval, once you do your trigger shot, you have to get the eggs at the right time. So they've already called me because we're like maybe 2 minutes late, but we're gonna be okay. All right, y'all. Peace. Rosebud in the making. We have some rosebuds. Now today is the day to make some rose petals. Bye. So I'm laying in bed after egg retrieval. You guys, my doctor is awesome sauce. By being COVID, we've been Zooming, and every time I go in for my monitoring, she's either not there or she's doing another procedure. So she came in, and it was so refreshing to just see her. Even though I only saw her eyes, it was so refreshing. She was so sweet and just comforting and just so optimistic, and it was like, we're gonna do this. So basically what happens is I went in, I had Philander's sample. They made me go in the room, change clothes, of course. I had a locker, get a key. Then I go to another room, and the young lady, I guess she's just like the monitoring person to just kind of watch me. She asked a lot of questions. She verified a lot of things, and she just kind of told me, procedures, what was going to happen each step. So then the anesthesiologist came in, and she was super dope. She was so sweet. She just had a baby in August, and she was just talking, and she was like, yeah, you got a birthday next week. I was like, yeah. And we talked about that because tomorrow is day one, so I'll have a phone call tomorrow, but then I have a phone call like right on my birthday or the day before my birthday, so we're hoping for good news. So we talked about that. We talked so good and running that map, I forgot to sign the paper. She's like, oh my goodness. So I signed the paper, and they rolled me on in the room. I had to leave the bed and get on the little stirrups and everything. They strap you in real good. And literally 2 minutes in, I probably was snoring. And then I woke up in this same room that I started in. Don't remember doing any of that. And when I did, it was refreshing. It's just smiles. And, I say smiles, but, people had to smile with their eyes right now. But you could just tell people were smiling up under. 3 or 4 people came in and just checked on me. And then my monitoring nurse came back in, and she just talked to me, and I just told her I wanted to sleep. I probably talked her ears off, and I just feel like that I didn't, but I was just, like, glad to be woke, glad that it was over, and just told her I was ready to go to sleep. So she said she was going to call Philander, have him come up. So she came back. She's like, girl, he's already here. I was like, sorry. Okay, so everybody came back in, very nice. Philander was there. Doctor came in, and basically she said, so you got about 18 or 19, huh? And I just was smiling. So they retrieved 18 eggs. They'll call me tomorrow to tell me how many fertilized, and then they'll call me Thursday or Friday to let me know how many ended up making it to day 5. then on that same day, they'll send it off, and it'll be roughly 14 days. And right after that, we're going in. So my next step is I have to call my nurse and let her know when my cycle starts. She said, I get a cycle like in a week. And I'm like, what kind of stuff is that? But y'all, side effects. Just a lot of abdominal pain, a lot of tiredness. I have not taken the medications. I'm not big on medications. But last night was hell after I took the medication last night. Super nausea, but they said that was one of the biggest side effects. So tonight I'm waiting till my eyes are like this, and I'm just to deal with the pain because I want to just be able to get through the night without waking up. And tomorrow I want to go get my toes done because it's my birthday Friday. So y'all won't see this blue headband no more. Y'all won't see this nasty, nappy, hell of a hair I got. But I'm making it, and I'm smiling, and I'm thankful. All right, you guys. Baby Rose in the making. So y'all tired of seeing me like this yet? Okay, y'all. I just got on here just to tell you. I was actually at breakfast with Nyla yesterday. What did we do yesterday morning? We went to go vote. And while we were voting, I missed a phone call, didn't pay any attention because it was like a Maryland or something. I don't know. It was a number I wasn't familiar with. And so he called again. And I was like, who is this calling me like this early in the morning? Like the first one was at 8:55. The next one was like at 9:30. And I was like, So I was getting ready to answer it. But of course, it went to my voicemail by the time I made the decision to answer it. So I went to the voicemail, and it was the nurse, Tina. And she just was like, I'm trying to call you to tell you about your fertilized eggs, but you don't have a name on your voicemail, so I can't leave it here. Please give us a call back. So I called back twice, and when I called back, they couldn't get her. So I was like, oh my God. So I went back, and I just took my time, and I listened, and she had left a different number. Called her back. This is how she starts the conversation. Hey, Tiffany, trying to call you, blah, 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 about your eggs. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. She says, well, we got 18 no. We got 18 retrieve yesterday. And I was like, yeah. Then she goes to say, well, two. So as soon as she said two, my eyes was like this. I was like, oh my God, I got two fertilized eggs. She said two were not mature and 16 were, and all 16 fertilized. I was like, no way! Yes. Oh, yeah, excuse my little ugly moo. I don't care. I was super ecstatic. I was so happy. So yeah, we have 16. We have 16 fertilized eggs. So super excited. So actually today is day 2. They stopped calling on day 3, they said. They said they've learned that the more they do not bother them, they'll be able to go to day 5 and, get to the blast stage. So they won't call me on day 5, though. They're going to call me on day 6, which happens to be my 40th birthday. How cool would it be to have a phone call on my 40th birthday to say all 16 made it to blast? They're going to freeze them all. That would be awesome. Am I expecting that? With the type of God I got, yeah. But am I going to be disappointed if it's not all 16? I won't be. So, I guess you shouldn't put a number in your mind, in your head, but I do it all the time. So I told myself, okay, 8. Let me get half. 8. If we can get 8 to be frozen and tested, and at least half of those come back normal, it will be my lucky number, 4. 4 is my number. So I was like, okay, if I can get 8 frozen and it's sent off to do the PGS testing, and then 4 come back normal in our like exceptional grade, It only takes one. So, but that's where we are. So I'll be back on day 6 on my birthday unless something changes. I woke up this morning and I was just a little nervous. I have not been able to have a bowel movement. And so that's my issue right now because this is birthday week and I don't want to have to feel like I'm bloated. So I'm not bloated, I don't think, because of anything else. I think it's just that I need to use the restroom. So I took some stool softeners to, I think it's the colic or something. It didn't work. So I'm going to get some magnesium citrate and drink that. And hopefully that works because I have to relieve myself. Because honestly, that's the only big thing right now. The cramping is just not for me. And probably because I don't cramp a lot. Even when I have cycles, I don't cramp. Like when I cramp, I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? So I'm not a big cramper. So cramping is not my thing. It's cramping my style. So yeah. So that's where we are. I'll be back on day 6 on my 40th birthday, and I guarantee, I will not look like this. Only reason I look like this, again, if you see me again after this, is because they caught me before day 6. But I will not look like this. I'm going to be cute. But it's been the longest. I know people say it's so quick. It seemed quick at first. I was like, oh man, this is gonna go wonderful. And you look at the calendar, but I think once you start getting tired, it's like, okay, I'm tired. Let's go. Let's get this thing going. Then it's like, okay, but when I say long, it's just because I've been looking at hot minutes and just not feeling 100%. And I'm such a very hyperactive and on the move type of gal. So, all right, y'all. I'll be back on day 6 to tell you about how many made it to blast and how many they are freezing and taking to testing. And after that, they did say today's Monday, so she said I should be getting a cycle maybe Sunday or Monday. Like today's Monday, so then this coming Sunday or Monday right after my birthday, I should be getting a cycle and I should call my nurse because that'll be like my day 1 and they'll start me with birth control. It's like a whole nother cycle again. And so then I have to take the progesterone and all the other stuff to get my lining ready for the transfer. So hopefully I'll be able to transfer Thanksgiving time right after it or something like that. Then of course the 2-week wait. So we'll know before Christmas, hopefully, if everything goes well, which it will. So, alrighty, adios.
Okay, I'm calling because I have your results. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm glad we had a lot of embryos to test, Tiffany, because out of the 9, we had 1 normal.
Are you serious?
Yes. 1. Yes.
Wow.
I know. I'm so grateful for that 1. I'm glad I'm not calling to say something else, but I'm surprised that out of 9, we had 1.
Yeah, that's a surprise to me, but I'm just, like I said, it only takes 1, so.
That's it. I'm grateful. I'm so
Yeah.
grateful because sometimes I have to call and say we don't have any, and that's not a good call to make at all. So I'm happy that we have a healthy embryo. I have a breakdown of the other embryos and also have the gender of the normal one. Would you like to know any of that?